Fox 5 News at noon starts right now.
Players have such energy. I just feel like it's our time.
Well, UGA fans have already invaded the city of Miami, decking out in red and black ahead of the Orange Bowl. We're going to have more from diehard fans ahead of the Georgia Bulldogs matchup against the Michigan Wolverines. And a staggering surge in adults and children with COVID-19 symptoms crippling Georgia hospitals. We'll tell you how the spike in new cases has pushed Grady Memorial Hospital to the brink of capacity. But first, bring out your umbrellas. You're going to want them today. Torrential rainfall hitting some parts of Georgia harder than others, and we could see more rain this afternoon. Those strong storms, though, sweeping through North Georgia, leaving a lot of storm damage behind there. Take a look at this scene out in Flowery Branch. Strong winds uprooted a tree along Gaines Ferry Road. Those storms also toppling power lines. And as you can see, things not the prettiest out there, looking kind of ugly outside right now. They're not expected to get any better in the coming hours as more rain continues to roll through. Man, it's just one of those days you want to stay inside, right? Well, welcome to this busy weather day on Fox 5 News at noon. I'm Brooks Honor in for Portia Bruner. We've got Paul Milliken filling in as well. And man, Paul, It's been a busy morning. How are things right now?
It really has. Things are still messy out there. Still a lot of rain coming down. No severe weather at the moment, but we do have a lot of areas under flash flood warnings right now. That means flash flooding is happening as we speak. I want to flip over to our live Viper right now. All the flashing areas there inside those boxes, those are flash flood warning areas. So folks in those flashing boxes need to know that right now flooding is happening. We've had rain falling nonstop really since yesterday. Overnight hours all this morning, just so much rain coming down. And thank you for those of you who have sent in your rainfall amounts. They have been unbelievable. Many of you have seen upwards of 2 to 3 inches of rain in the past 24 hours. Right now, some heavy to moderate rain coming down from Jackson Lake down to Monticello over to Eatonton, getting some heavy rain right now. No lightning right there until you get closer to Jackson, though. So at least not all of us are seeing a thunderstorm. But boy, heavy rain coming down to our west still. And these are areas right along that flash flood warning. Notice Franklin right there, not only getting rain, but also lightning. Noonan getting rain again. I mean, Noonan has seen rain, just wave after wave coming through, and that continues right now. An area of moderate to heavy rainfall there around Fayetteville as well. And I want to go up to the north and east as well. We have some moderate rainfall coming down in an area we really haven't talked about that much. Up along I-85 here from Commerce over to Royston and Livonia. These areas also getting moderate rain. So most of it is south of I-20, but not all of it. So a lot of us are just soaked right now. And I know that's going to be an issue as we head into the rest of the day, because we still got at least an hour or two to deal with this kind of rain, and we'll show you that in the hour-by-hour forecast coming up. Right now, though, temperatures in the mid-60s for the most part. A few of you are in the 70s, like Thomaston at 72 and LaGrange at 76 degrees. On our way into the 70s for the afternoon. I think we're going to top out around 72 degrees here in Atlanta. That will be very close to the record high of 73. Yesterday, we broke a record hitting 74 degrees in the afternoon. All this warmth, of course, is only fueling these storms that are rolling through. So the hour-by-hour forecast is coming up in just a few minutes. Stay tuned for that. For now, Brooke, back to you.
All right, Paul, thank you. And our Fox 5 storm team, of course, going to keep you updated as the rain continues to fall. And now would be a great time to download the Storm Team app for the latest alerts in your area. It is free on both Apple and Android devices. Well, we now turn to a surge in COVID-19 cases across Georgia. State health officials Wednesday reported a new single-day record for the number of positive COVID-19 cases. Officials reported more than 19,000 positive virus-related tests, and that shatters the previous record set on January 8th of this year of more than 13,000.
We will be deploying approximately 200 troops starting January the 3rd. Approximately 96 of those to support Department of Public Health, including testing sites, and approximately 100 will be going to hospitals.
Well, Georgia National Guard troops will be heading to hospitals to help with that influx of COVID-19 patients. Governor Brian Kemp says the state will spend nearly $100 million to boost hospital staffing amid the explosion of new COVID infections. Starting Monday, 200 troops will be available to help hospitals and testing sites. Well, hospitals really feeling the surge of patients as those who are infected with the Omicron variant continue to rise. Officials at Grady Memorial Hospital say they are at capacity. Fox 5's Eric Perry joining us live from the hospital in downtown Atlanta. And Eric, experts saying if you're looking for a test, the best thing not to do is to not come into the emergency room right now because it's just so bad.
Yeah, Brooke, actually all of the hospitals joining together telling people to stay away from the emergency rooms if you need that test. So I spoke one-on-one with the chief medical officer here at Grady, Robert Jansen. He tells me that they are, quote, under siege from people who are infected. Take a look at some of the video here. This is as numbers of people who are infected are continuing to rise. And he says because the new variant is just so transmissible, it is causing staff to also become ill as well. Jansen says the influx of patients doesn't even include a possible Christmas surge.
The rate of increase of cases with COVID is more rapid than we've ever seen. We have had an 800% increase in cases since the beginning of December. We're over capacity. We are 100% full, and we are having to hold patients in the emergency room because of the surge.
Yeah, there's still some fears as we go into the New Year's Eve celebrations and gatherings still in place. Jansen says if you are simply feeling mild symptoms and looking for a test, again, do not come to the emergency room. He does say those who are admitted, majority of those are unvaccinated, with a small number who have not received a booster shot. I'm breaking those numbers down. Also, what you can do at home to stay protected. I'll have all of that when you join us starting at 4. At Grady Memorial Hospital, I'm Eric Perry for Fox 5 News.
All right, Eric, thanks so much. Thousands of people who live in DeKalb County, they got free at-home COVID-19 testing kits today. You can see a line of cars there wrapping around North DeKalb Mall this morning as people waited their turn to get the test. The county announced its plan to distribute those at-home kits to help people who haven't been able to find one of those kits or simply cannot afford one. The kits will also be handed out at South DeKalb Mall and Plaza Fiesta off Buford Highway. Johnson & Johnson has announced its booster shot gives strong protection against the highly contagious Omicron variant. A trial in South Africa found 2 shots reduced the risk of hospitalization from the variant by 84%. The study also found immune cells in people who received Johnson & Johnson vaccines recognize the Omicron variant almost as well as they recognize the other variants. Well, Miami starting to look a bit like Athens as Georgia fans are flooding to the area, of course, decked out in red and black. Kickoff for the Orange Bowl is just one day away. The Georgia Bulldogs will take on the Michigan Wolverines for their chance to advance to the College Football National Championship game. Fox 5's Claire Sims has more from South Florida.
More and more Georgia fans are set to arrive today here in South Florida as they prepare to cheer on their team.
We got it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hopeful.
Yes.
We're very excited, fired up.
As soon as the Hoggabook family found out Georgia would be playing in the Orange Bowl, they knew they wanted to be there.
Excited for a playoff game and looking forward to what's next.
Stephen, Bailey, and Mackenzie and Sally arrived Wednesday after a 2-day drive from their home in Athens, ready to explore Miami.
We're enjoying the food, we're enjoying the atmosphere, and looking forward to at least one day on the beach.
From downtown Miami to the Broad Walk of Hollywood, Florida, there is no mistaking the matchup ahead. Georgia will face off against Michigan Friday at Hard Rock Stadium, with a trip to the College Football National Championship on the line.
Go Dogs, sick 'em.
Lauren Jones is one of the growing number of Georgia faithful now in town for the game.
I'm very excited. I want to go all the way, and would always give us a good chance.
And the Hoggabooks agree.
The players have such energy. I just feel like it's our time. So we're just ready. And she's a freshman, and I have a son who's a senior at Georgia. So I want it for them. I want it for our program.
One of the things that fans shared with us is that because the game is here in South Florida, they feel like they can still go out and do outdoor activities and remain COVID safe. In South Florida, Claire Sims, Fox 5 News.
Coming up on Fox 5 News at noon, police say the accused gunman in a deadly shooting spree previously published several fictional books that named some of his real-life victims. Stick around for those disturbing details. Well, we don't know exactly what he saw in his reflection, but it was enough to scare this would-be burglar away. That story is just ahead.
There have been people harmed in Gwinnett County, and you look statistically, the majority of them have been children.
And that's exactly what local leaders want to avoid. Up next, we're going to tell you the amount of jail time you could face for celebratory gunfire.